What is up, guys? Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I am very excited to be starting the planet profiles for set 3 of the Chaos Galaxy trading card game. Today we'll be starting set 3 off with the strangest planet in the galaxy, which is the sky planet of Rokah. Now I've got 8 new cards to show you today, and I'll do a quick recap of the cards we've seen already. I won't show you all of them because we're nearing on about 30 cards for every single planet in the game now, which is crazy. But I'll get to showing you every card that's going to be for the planet Rokah in set 3 in just a second. And just a quick introduction to the planet itself. It's the second furthest away planet from the Sun, and it's basically a huge gas cloud with an ongoing giant storm inside, which has thrown around pieces of rock and other strange things from other planets which have just kind of been pulled into this giant storm cloud from across the galaxy. So it's a strange planet, and its main strategy is basically it messes with your opponent's cards. That's how the cards from this planet work, and if you're building a galaxy, you're going to be doing a lot of stopping your opponent's plans in their tracks, taking control of your opponent's cards and using their own creatures against them. So it's very exciting. And the planet card reads, at the end of your turn, if you have a Rokah creature on your planet, you can look at one random card in your opponent's hand. Some of the cards I've already released for the planet are Aeronite. This is one of the fan favourite cards in the game so far. You've then got Floating Rock with non-floating rock on top. These two combo cards that go together, and you can kill a floating rock using the secret to take control of one of your opponent's cards, which is extremely powerful. There's then the card Guster, which is a rare in set 1 and lets you remove a zone from your opponent's planet when it's cosplayed. We've then got Star Absorber, which in battle videos has proven to be one of the best creatures in the game by allowing you to pay stars for it to gain power and health. There's then the entire Weatherman archetype, the first full archetype for the game, for which I'll be showing you some brand new cards in this video, so stay tuned for new Weathermen. And then of course, you know the final most iconic card for the planet Rokah, the best creature in the game, it's Wildwing. A card that's so good, it seemingly finds its way into every single pack I open, and I now own over 9 copies of it. So there's some of the best cards for the planet from set 1 and 2. And now I'm going to get to showing you the brand new creatures from set 3, which I'm so excited for this, I'm not going to lie. I've been working on these cards for ages, and the first one we have, card number 1 for set 3, is the Bickerbow Bird. He's just a plain 4-star creature, but he's card number 1. 200 power, 200 health, and he's just kind of a long stalk-like bird with really powerful legs, and he's got kind of wings on his legs so he can jump up and fly through the air. I'll put the planet card here. The next card we have is the strongest card for the planet so far. I showed you this in the last video. It's part of the new Chaos Beasts, which are kind of like the Egyptian gods or legendary Pokemon of the Chaos Galaxy. That's how I'm thinking of them as anyway. And it's Terracon, the Chaos Beast of Rokah, with 9 stars and an ability which means he cannot be free played. But if Rokah is your planet card, he automatically gets 100 power, so he goes up to 450 power. But then when he's killed, you can cosplay any one of your killed Rokah creatures. So you pay stars equal to its stars, bring it back, and because Terracon can't be free played, but he can actually be cosplayed, if you've got enough stars, he's got 9 stars, so it's quite a few, but if you've got enough stars, you can actually replay your Terracon. So that's quite a little nice move that I didn't mention in the previous video. And he is possibly going to be the cover card of the set, and he's a really rare, the first really rare actually, from the planet Rokah. Next up, we've got a card that I did a speed art video for, but I haven't actually shown the full card. It's a 5-star rare, and his name is Chinook the Meloder. He's a 5-star with 270 power and 200 health, and as you can see, he's like a flute man. When he attacks and kills an opponent's creature, your opponent loses 2 stars. So this is like you're screwing with your opponent's abilities. If you make them lose 2 stars, it could potentially mess up a lot of their plans for the next term if they were saving those stars up to play something big. The next card we've got is a weak creature for the planet. On Rokah so far we didn't really have a balanced 1-star creature, so this is Dandy. He's like a dandelion clock seed which floats through the air and travels about that way, but he's got 40 power, 70 health, 1 star and no ability. Just kind of a basic card to fill out the planet. One aim I had with this set is I wanted to create a 1-star, 2-star, 3, 4 and 5 or 6-star creature for every planet that doesn't have an ability, so just kind of a generic card going through all the power levels for each planet, and I want that to be done by the end of set 3, so that's why there's still some cards with no abilities being made. Next up, now, right, I'll move these because now I'm getting onto the Weathermen, and I've got 3 new Weatherman cards to show you. and both of them go with the card Weather Machine. In set 2, Weather Machine wasn't really the best card in the archetype. It potentially wouldn't even be used by a lot of people using Weatherman Galaxies. I'm a big fan of the artwork though, and it reads, once per turn at the start of your turn you can guess the name of one card in your opponent's hand. And this is because the planet Rokah lets you look at cards in your opponent's hand. So if you correctly guess a name of the card in their hand, your opponent loses 1 point for every Weatherman creature on your planet, which could potentially be like 3 points a turn, which is good. But if you guess incorrectly, you kill Weather Machine, which isn't good. However, now Weather Machine, I wanted it to be a more integral part of the archetype because it is kind of the basis of where the Weathermen come from. So the first card we have is Weatherman Lightning. Obviously he's a lightning cloud with 240 power and 100 health. So not the greatest card, however he reads, if Weather Machine is on your planet, he can attack twice per turn. So that's a potential 4 points. And because his health's 240, if you can even find a way to boost his power by 10, then that's going to be 3 points a turn. So Weatherman Lightning is quite a solid common card for the Weatherman archetype. The next card we have though is the boss for the Weathermen. They have a very strong combiner card so far in the form of Weatherman Rainbow. However, they don't really have a singular kind of boss creature, so I'm introducing the 7-star Weatherman Typhoon with 3 U's. He's got 300 power, which is decent, and 240 health, so his stats are good, but not good enough to justify him being a 7-star rare, I wouldn't think. I'm a big fan of his artwork though. And yeah, he's rare as you can see down here, and his ability reads, for every weather card on your planet, this creature costs 1 less star to cosplay. So when I say every weather card, that means either a Weatherman or Weather Machine or any card with the word weather in its name. So you can potentially play him for like 4 or 5 stars if you're in a good position, which is very cheap for a 300 power card. And then if Weather Machine is on your planet, it gains 100 power and health, so it goes up to 400 power and 340 health, which is better than your average 7-star. So this card is good on its own, however it can be played for the cost of like a 4-star normally, which means you can get it out in 1 turn basically, and then it has the potential to become even more powerful than a 7-star. So Weatherman Typhoon I think is going to be an excellent addition to the Weatherman archetype. Just gives them a lot of strength and means they don't have to rely on a combiner creature, and I think this kind of puts the Weathermen in a position where they're a very strong archetype now and can kind of fend for themselves against some of the stronger starter deck archetypes. I've then got one more Weatherman card I'd like to show you. It's an attachment card, and it is Weatherman Hailstorm. So as you can see, it's a load of little Weatherman faced hailstones, and you attach this card only to a Weatherman creature, and if it would be killed, you kill this card instead. So it's kind of like the card Bullwarder, but specifically for Weathermen, just protects them from anything. And then when this attached card is killed, you can add 1 Galaxied Weatherman to your hand, which has 1 or 2 stars. And Galaxied, like I said in my last video, I've changed the terminology slightly, so Galaxy just means from your galaxy or from your deck. So you add a Galaxied Weatherman to your hand which has 1 or 2 stars. And although there are only 2 Weathermen with 1 or 2 stars, they are very kind of needed combo pieces in the deck. I'm talking about Weatherman Soonshine and Weatherman Snowflake, which are the cards that combo off with Clued, and, well, Snowflake combos off with Clued, and Soonshine combos off with Weatherman Soon. So this card's like a 2-in-1. It's a search card, albeit only for a small amount of cards in the deck, and it's a protection card. So this is definitely going to be a vital card in any Weatherman deck, just to help get your combos off and protect your cards for longer. I've still got some more cards to show you. You've already seen the Elitist. He's a 3-star with 100 power and health, and he allows you to take on the name of one of your killed creatures which has no ability. This also means you can take on the name of a Weatherman Clued or a Weatherman Soon. So then if you play a Weatherman Snowflake or Soonshine, you can get their abilities off there, so that's a good combo piece. The next card we've got, the final creature for the video unfortunately, although there's still another card to show you after this. He's another cool question mark power and question mark health card, and his name is Luma Veyron. He's kind of like a wyvern with this luminous glowing stuff going through him, and he just floats around the planet with his question mark power and question mark health. And he's only a common, but he has the potential to be very powerful. When you play him, you guess the name of up to 5 cards in your opponent's hand, and this card gains 80 power and health for every card you guessed correctly. So if you're using the planet card Rokah, you're going to be guessing the names of your opponent's cards every turn, and if you've got a good enough memory, if you can remember 5, then your Luma Veyron can get onto 400 power and health, which is ridiculous for a 4-star. So Luma Veyron, I think, is going to be a very cool card, and even if you only guess kind of 2 or 3 right, he still gets a respectable power and health. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Luma Veyron, and it'll be interesting to see how well he does in the game. The final card I've got for this video, though, is a resource card for the planet Rokah. It doesn't have much support in the way of resource cards, but this card is a rare for set 3, and his name is Tornadoom. And he's got a strange ability where you give one of your zone 4-star or higher Rokah creatures to your opponent's hand. But then after that you get to either kill all your opponent's creatures or all your opponent's resources, which is a very powerful ability. Although you will lose a Rokah creature like Weatherman soon or something, if you're putting that card into your opponent's hand, you then know that that card is in your opponent's hand, which you can use for the abilities of Luma Veyron, and guess that name correctly, and the card Weather Machine too, to make your opponent potentially lose points. So although it seems like a drawback, if you combo this card off well, you'll be able to really hurt your opponent with it in the long run, although they will get control of the card. So yeah, Tornadoom, very happy with him. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope you like this introduction to set 3. Personally, I'm a big fan of all the cards I showed today. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite though. I think my favourite, can't really count Terracon because I showed him in the last video, but I think Weatherman Typhoon is probably the one I'm most pleased with here. But next planet profile, which will be in a few weeks, will be for either the planet Sindel or Sindian, because they're the 2 main focuses of this set. So let me know which one of those you want to see first, and I'll try and finish the planets as quickly as I can. But apart from that, get your hands on some Chaos Galaxy packs. Set 2 is currently out, much before set 3, so there'll be a link to the online store in the description below to get your hands on some packs. But apart from that, please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Chaos Galaxy TCG, and I'll see you guys next time.